All right, we got Louie working with Sadie today, just doing some off-leash at the park. He's dragging a super thin, almost like a twine, like just barely anything there, just in case we need it, but we're trying not to touch it because we really want to make sure he's resolving the e-collar with all of his off-leash commands, including the lap. So this is important for him because sometimes he wants to turn his brain off and just have us do it for him, but he can do it. And so even with different people, myself and other trainers, we want to make sure that he's resolving that e-collar with the verbal cue from a completely different person. This is how we can create some depth here, hopefully help condition him to listen to everybody in the office when needed. It does take time to build relationship with each dog. So, sometimes dogs will, when I first get them and I know they know how to sit or come or even go into a kennel or a place bed, sometimes they first initially look at me like, I'm not doing that. And so this is where we find how the dog has been the commands have been followed through in the past. Good job, Augie. And we keep that language the same. So the stimulation feels the same to Louie, no matter who's given the commands or how they're walking or how they're talking, how they're holding the leash. Ideally, we want to coach people on how to keep things fairly similar to everybody, but we're all different people. And so it's normal for dogs to blow off commands with people they haven't practiced stuff with. So, because they're very relationship oriented, which is great. It's why we love them. It's because we build relationships with all of these dogs. But they're not gonna just listen to anybody. So good job, Augie. We've got this guy holding a down stay as Augie's getting commands. Augie, down. Good boy. Good job. Sadie, do you feel comfortable laying in the grass and doing a lap? Okay. Yeah, don't blind yourself. He's like, I know, I start to anticipate we're gonna do it. We do want him to be a little bit patient and wait for that command. So that was good for her to just pull him off. Not yet. Good. Been trying to just do the lap. Sometimes we'll do it when we're like kind of propped up a little bit. Trying really hard to do it laying flat. I think that was awkward for him at first, was just transitioning from sitting in our laps to actually laying on our chest or our body. So we've been practicing this a ton this week. Good. And yeah, so she's not using any leash here. She's just doing e-collar. And then we have experience sometimes where Louie's butt will end up in our face. And so in that case, we'll turn him around. He's like, I'm confused. Which direction do I face? Nobody wants a stinky butt in your face, Lou. So working him on just, proper positioning here. So good job. Doing good.